Proclamation, Office of the President, Borough of Brooklyn, City of New York. Whereas it is a time-honored Brooklyn tradition to recognize those individuals and organizations that demonstrate an outstanding commitment to promoting excellence and providing outstanding services to support to local residents and those in need. It is therefore fitting that we join in acknowledgement of their special events and occasions. That's all of you. You're all part, you're here, and we love you to be here, part of this Peace Day event. Whereas all of Brooklyn joins. Yesterday we did Manhattan and Central Park and Times Square on Tuesday. And this is happening all around the world. 610 million people you're joining right now that know about this event. Today, the Good News Corporation, to recognize and celebrate International Day of Peace, Peace Day Party, which is dedicated to raising the awareness that everyone should work together to establish a peaceful world and achieve world peace for future generations. Whereas on behalf of Brooklynites, I salute the organization of International Day of Peace, Peace Day Party, for strengthening UN's education for peace message to the generations. I applaud Good News Corporation for broadcasting and hosting peace celebrations over the years in New York City and promoting the message of peace in our communities. I commend everyone actually, for all their contributions towards peace. Our Peace Day Party in Brooklyn, signed by Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams. So I'm inviting up to the stage Julian Friedman, and she's going to give a beautiful grounding ceremony for Ruben Zen and Donna Caron. Thank you, Julian. Thank you.
So can everyone take a moment to just close your eyes. And with an inner gaze, start to scan down from your head all the way to your feet. And notice how your feet feel. Notice your toes, the balls of the feet, the arches, the inner and outer heels. And as your legs feed up into the length of your torso, how erect is your posture, and notice how tall you feel inside your body. See if there's a peaceful way with which you're standing here today. And if the earth beneath your feet could give you feedback, what would it say? Because it feels your give and your take. And how can today's intention for peace reflect in your eyes and on your face as you continue to walk through your day? May the thoughts, the words, and the actions of my life contribute in some way to peace for all beings without exception.
This memorial is dedicated to the heroic men and women of the borough of Brooklyn who fought for liberty in the Second World War in 1941 to 45, and especially to those who suffered and died. May their sacrifice inspire future generations and lead to universal peace. So the last word here is universal peace. Ed Shulman is a retired Chief Master Sergeant for the Marine Vietnam Veterans and National Chair of the David Lynch Foundation, Operation Warrior Wellness.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Paul. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I represent the David Lynch Foundation, Operation Warrior Wellness, which brings transcendental meditation to the warriors, the first responders, to help them heal the hidden wounds of war. So I thank Paul for the opportunity, but let me read one little thing that David Lynch asked me to bring to the attention of the world. One thing that happened during the Lebanon War in 1983, a day-to-day study of many of the inhabitants of the Lebanese war area, when they were meditating, up to 76% of the war deaths stopped. That meant that people weren't fighting. And in everyone's mind, there is that inner part that's peaceful. If you sat by yourself, there's one part of your brain that has peace within. And that's what David Lynch brings to all of us, not only in Brooklyn, but to the 38 countries. He brings the peace within that we all should have. So I thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart.
You know, I remember when I first heard that some little kid, brings a gun into school. And then you start hearing all these problems.
I have a school where there's been 24 murders since January 1 in my neighborhood. I have kids suffering from post-traumatic stress in children.
Kids have so much on their plate this day and time.
I can't concentrate. I get overly frustrated sometimes.
Kind of angry all the time.
And then they introduce this technique where the student can dive within and enliven that inner happiness, inner intelligence, inner creativity and love. And they see the problems start evaporating.
Sandra, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. No, it's a beautiful day. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. That sounds so good. I want to take a moment to thank Paul for bringing us here together today. World peace. What can I say from the borough president, who totally understands it and gets it? In a borough of 2.6 million people, we are so diverse here. We have people speaking 47 different languages here in Brooklyn, and we all get along. So thank you, Paul, for bringing us here together to celebrate World Peace today. I love these walls so much. I invite you next year, every August, every first Sunday in August, Borough President Eric Adams celebrates International Day of Friendship. The second year this year, we had it right here in this park. We're not going anywhere. If it's not here in this park, it's at Borough Hall. So please put on your calendars International Day of Friendship as we celebrate the 193 member states of the United Nations. So I invite you to come out next year, but stay in tune. Go on the Borough President's website, which is brooklyn-usa.org, and you will be able to see all of our programs that the Borough President initiates for our residents and beyond. Thank you again, Paul.
Thank you, Sandra. Okay, it's 12 noon. We're going to take a moment of silence for world peace.
And it's also important that we continue to bring the kids out to these events because they are our future and we want to make sure that they know what peace is. Thank you.
Let's thank Sandra and the Brooklyn Borough President for standing behind this day for the International Day of Peace. It's actually a very, very major outreach by the office of the borough, as it was in Manhattan as well as it is worldwide. We bow our heads from Pope Francis. Powerful God, you are present in the whole universe and in the smallest of your creatures. You embrace in your tenderness all that exists that pours into us with the power of your love, that we may protect life and beauty. Fill us with peace that we may live as brothers and sisters, hurting no one. O God of the poor, may you help us rescue the abandoned and forgotten on this earth. Bring healing to the lives that we may protect the world, not prey on it. That we may see beauty and not pollution. Look at hearts of those who can only seek the gain at the expense of others and the poor of the earth. Teach us to discover the worth of each thing in awe and contemplation. Recognize that we are profoundly united with every creature as we journey towards your infinite light. Thank you for being with us today. We pray and encourage you for justice, love, and peace. Amen. And I will add Lashana Tova, and I'll add Salam Aleikum, and I will add every other religion, faith, color, creed, in love and peace. This is what it's all about. We're one world, we're one Homo sapien community. We're all brothers and sisters, and this is a wonderful day to be together and to share in the International Day of Peace. So I applaud all of you. We all are in this together. May peace prevail on earth. So I think in the show we have Oprah Winfrey.
We're all interconnected. We're all in this together.
I start questioning things. Why is it like this? Is God the person with the old white beard?
I just fell really hard. I don't want to be carrying that anymore.
To ask these questions is really the privilege of being human.
Hope is the simple belief that things can change.
I don't know why, I just know I have to be there. I just have to be there.
I believe in the things that I see and touch and hear.
The way I look at it, God brought me into this world for a purpose. The same as God brought every human being into this world for a purpose.
We have Michael Douglas.
You're watching the Peace Day, global internet broadcast celebrating the United Nations International Day of Peace.
We have Ringo Starr.
A moment of silence for peace. I'm going to have my moment now. Ooh, I feel good. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love.
We have celebrity kinds of people.
We've got to work much harder, no matter what country, religion, or culture.
And the Harlem Globetrotters, actually.
Well, it's important because, we're targeting the kids, and we want the kids to be successful in their life. And we want them to be the ones also coming to our games and with the smiles on their faces. And, we just want to be that positive influence of coming out here and showing them that there's somebody that cares. So, that's why it's important for us to teach these character traits when we come in and do our cheer program and things like that.
Well, the self-esteem program, the cheer program, ties into a lot of the things that we do here at Jefferson with our core values and our anti-bullying program. When kids learn about self-esteem, it helps them throughout the day.
And we have lots of good people talking about doing good in schools and doing good for peaceful things in the world.
For our world, we need to stop. Just stop. Stop for a moment before anybody says or does anything that may hurt anyone else. We need to be silent. Just silent. Silent for a moment before we forever lose the blessing of songs that grow in our hearts. We need to notice. Just notice. Notice for a moment before the future slips away into ashes and dust of humility. Stop, be silent, and notice. In so many ways, we are the same. Our differences are unique treasures. We are a mosaic of gifts to nurture, to offer, to accept. We need to be, just be. Be for a moment, kind and gentle, innocent and trusting, like children and lambs, never judging or vengeful, like the judging and vengeful. And now let us pray, differently yet together, before there is no earth, no life, no chance for peace.
Maddie J.T. Stepanek.
I'm Dr. Ross. We have an obligation to provide a peaceful world for our children.
You know what, Brooklyn President Eric Adams, everyone, it's our honor to have the President of Brooklyn to join us. I consider him a friend. We've met only a few times, but he's such a pleasant person. Actually, Ed and I were talking about, you're the kind of guy that you just meet once and you love him. You're like, want to be your friend. All right, so I would like everybody to listen to the brilliance and the kindness and the giving and the loving of our Eric Adams, our borough president. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I think that peace begins with all of us And each candle that we light will push away darkness, one candle at a time. And by bringing these flags together, we had our International Day of Friendship here, where my team, my chief programming officer and her staff came together. We had several hundred people here that celebrated the diversity of this borough. And so it all begins with us, how we teach our children, how do we continue to create a safe place where we can raise healthy children and families, and in a very peaceful manner. No matter where we are, we're always in a good place when we have the Brooklyn Nets cheerleaders here.